decided to go ahead with the build on one condition. I want you to ride point on the project.
Do you like playing the role of eccentric millionaire?
Billionaire.
Who comes next?
We O'Briens are a resilient bunch.
We have that way about us.
Chesapeake Shores on Hallmark.
Howdy, Jeff.
Robert, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining me today talking about Chesapeake Shores Season 5. You got to be excited.
Yes, I'm very excited. It's a long time coming, but we're here.
Hey, you play Evan Kincaid. Ever play a billionaire before? How was that research?
Fun. And no, never played a billionaire before, only in my imagination. But it was fun. I'm a big kid at heart, so lots of toys.
I've met two billionaires in my life: Kirk Kerkorian from MGM fame and Ted Turner. So I shook their hands, and I'm telling you, it was kind of intense. But I told my friends I'm with them. I go, that's Ted Turner over there. I'm gonna go shake the hand of a billionaire.
Of the two billionaires you've met, who would you rank as your favorite?
Oh, Ted Turner. Yeah. Absolutely. I've watched his TV stations and Turner Classic Movies. I live for that channel, so absolutely. Robert, so there's been a lot of talk about the chemistry between Abby and Evan. It just comes so naturally.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, we had so much fun doing it, and it was effortless. I mean, I love a good banter. And Megan is really funny in real life, so it didn't take much. I mean, it's on the page. The writers did a great job with it. All we had to do was just say the words in the right order, and it was bound to come off well, I think.
Well, they say it's a whole new show, new energy, more laughter this season, and you arrived just at the right time, didn't you?
I did. I guess so. I mean, I would agree with that, though. I just got to see the first 3 episodes yesterday, and it's a cool tonal shift, man. It's definitely a bit lighter, and there's a good amount more levity. It's still the same show, but just it's just a bit lighter and brighter, I would say.
And I hear that the writers were thrown for a loop about how to introduce your character to the town.
Yes, I think the writers are thrown for a lot of those. I mean, Evan was a late addition to the season, and then how do you introduce a billionaire? And they figured, why not on a hoverboard wearing a helmet? And that's the first time Evan actually meets Nick and Abby, which I thought, hey, that's what all great leading men do, right? They wear helmets when you first meet them.
Sounds like one of the writers was watching Back to the Future too when they were writing.
Exactly. In the first 2 scenes, you see Evan, because the first scene, actually, he's rock climbing, and I'm in a helmet in both scenes. And I laughed so hard about that. Like, well, this is a choice. People are going to love it, or, who knows? But safety is sexy. So
absolutely. Billionaires, safety first.
Pardon?
You won't tell me what I want to hear. You'll give me the facts. You don't know how rare that is in my line of work.
Your line of work?
Being a billionaire? It's exhausting. Everybody wants me to like them because they want to get something from me.
Well, I don't think that is true.
See, you don't like me. And I don't particularly like you. We don't have to worry about offending each other because we're already offended. It's the perfect working relationship.
Yeah, somehow that makes sense.
Doesn't it?
All right, well then, good night, Mr. Kincaid. I would invite you in, but I don't want to.
This is gonna be great.
And also your characters, Abby and Evan, have been compared to Hepburn and Tracy. They don't get along, but in the end they do.
yes, that is very apt, and what a comparison. But yeah, I think that's what kind of makes it fun, is that Evan is just sort of intrigued by this person who is not impressed by him, because he's typically surrounded by people who think he's great or tell him he's great, and Abby's the first one to be like, meh, not a fan, and so that lends itself to a lot of fun back and forth.
Yeah, like I told you, I'm a classic movie fan, so I think of Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn when I watch you two. So it just comes out naturally. So
That was an amazing compliment, sir. So thank you.
Also, Evan and a chauffeur, Mandrake, again, throwback to the 1930s, that banter between you two, it's hysterical.
Yeah, the writers, Fief and Mark and the Thai writers, they did a great job of kind of capturing that. And they're a fan of older movies as well. So as you said, there's a bit of Hepburn Tracy, there is a bit, of the interplay with Mandrake and Evan, that sort of harkens back to sort of older cinema. So it's that was a lot of fun. That relationship was a blast to do. And I think as the season goes on, really kind of develops into something beautiful.
All right, Robert, we don't say old, we say classic. It's a classic film.
That's right. I'm actually 40 this year, and I'm really enjoying being classic.
And finally, coming into a popular and established series like this, are you ready for the fans? Because this series has such an obsessed, maybe it's not obsessed, a dedicated fan base. So are you ready to be welcomed into the fold?
I sure hope so. Yeah, I mean, this is my second time joining a show that is already a success on its own and being the new guy. And that can be a bit nerve-wracking, but so far the fans have been great. And, I sure do hope they check Evan out and I hope they like him.
Robert, congratulations. And I wish you all the luck. And when you have time, come visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you very much.